What?
Yo, 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 yo. What's up?
What's up? Yo, yo.
The time is now 12. What is it? 12:10. We're a little late, huh?
A little bit. 12:18.
12:18. Oh my gosh.
We're a little bit late.
Well, we're here and I'm happy. Just a little technical difficulty with the iPad, huh?
Yeah. We had to switch out.
Yeah, I like it. Well, dude, how was your trip? You weren't available last week. I saw that video you sent.
Yeah.
I was like, if they don't play the audio in this video, he's gonna look like he's like on the run in the woods,
Freaking going Tarzan style.
Yeah.
Dude,
How was it?
It was amazing. So that video, we went to these falls over on on Kauai, and it was amazing. It was like with our kids, because they have such little feet. You know, it was like a 45-minute hike down this kind of cliff and vines and several signs that say, "Don't hike here" and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
We just passed them all and climbed through the fence and then went down to the bottom of this thing. It's like a 200-foot like waterfall, maybe 150, 200 right out there. And it was just, I was looking at it from the top before we did it. And I looked at Jennifer and my wife and I'm like, with our two little girls, I'm like, are we going to really do this? Because it's down there, dude. Like it is an awe-inspiring spectacle from the overlook.
Yeah.
And she's like, let's go. I'm like, let's do it. Okay. And the girls are like, what are we doing? We're like, just come, let's go, you know, like, and fortunately they brought their little water shoes, their little mud shoes. And
Oh yeah.
so we start hiking down this thing and, you know, I'm looking at it from the top and it's like, okay, we could stay safe. We could play it safe and just see this beautiful, massive edifice of creation and just look at it. Right. We could just look at it. Just look at it. Right. We could just look at it and our reward would just be looking at it. It wouldn't be really experiencing it.
Yeah.
Because there was a reason, and I found out later this waterfall, the ancient ones that lived on the island would jump off this waterfall to show their like masculinity.
Yeah.
The men would. It was part of manhood, growing into manhood. They would have to jump off the top of this falls. And I'm like, holy hell, dude, that is a legit distance. It was so crazy. And I'm like, okay, I want to experience. I'm not going to jump off it, okay? Because I don't know what my manhood is compared to that, but I'm not going to try that. And so, but we get down to the bottom, and you feel the wind like blazing off of the waterfall, and the mist just pelting you, and the hot sun, and you're looking up at this amazing thing, this amazing creation, and you're just like, I get it. Like that was the first thing I thought. I get it. I understand why people love these places. I understand why people come to these places, why people talk about these places, why people pay thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars and burn thousands more dollars not going to work and stuff like that to go see these places because they're so amazing. And if you've never traveled, a lot of people are like, I don't need to travel. I could see all that on okay, if you've never traveled and you've never felt it, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. But once you've been there and you've done it, then you get the bug. And you're like, I've got to see it again. I've got to feel it again. Because looking at it from the top was just like looking at it from like on a live calendar or somebody's video online, right?
Yeah.
But going down and feeling it, and smelling it and hearing it, and the roar of the waterfalls and the rush of the air and the sun fighting your temperatures in your body, warmth for cold for warmth, and then just the smell and the feel of the air going into your nose was the experience. And we ate it up, man. Even my little girls, they just ate it up. We stayed there for like 2 hours at the bottom of this thing and just hung out and sat on the warm rocks because the sun heats the rocks and then the water cools them so you can lay down on them at a perfect temperature.
Oh, that's awesome.
And keep your body warm when the wind blows and kicks up, and then sometimes it's calm, and then sometimes it kicks up again and you just get pelted with water. And then there's this trail you can walk all the way around the back of the waterfall too. It's just inspiring. The whole place, awesome. The whole thing was inspiring.
Awesome. Well, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm Fernando Petty here with Everest Coaching, and here with my co-host, Alma Merrill.
What's up?
There we go. Alma just got back from an awesome trip. Top producers only. Hawaii.
Yeah, it was
pretty
great,
awesome.
man.
And if you guys want to do the same thing, pick up the phone and start dialing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
start prospecting.
Dude, I remember when I first started this stuff, and I was like, how do I do this? You know, how do I make this happen? How do I create experiences? And I can never be one of those guys. You know, I would see the pictures online and the photos from Facebook, and instead of being pissed off that I wasn't there, it inspired me.
Yeah,
it was a choice. You can either be pissed off that you're not there, or you can be inspired.
Yep.
Because here's the thing. I was thinking about this on the way over today. You don't deserve any of it. You don't deserve any of it unless you've done the work.
Yeah.
None of it. So when people say stuff like, oh, I deserve to be there. I deserve to have that. No, you don't. You don't deserve a thing unless you've done the work. Just because you're a good person, cool, go be good. You don't deserve the result unless you've done the work. And so stop pretending that you deserve something that you haven't fought for. We've fought for this.
Yep.
You know? We fought for it. It took years to do this. You don't deserve it unless you've done the work. And so stop saying, oh, I deserve this. You deserve this in your life. No, you don't. You deserve it if you've done the work, and that's it. It's always a big if. And that's the thing. Like, I realize, like, I don't deserve anything I have unless I've done the work.
Yep.
So just my
amen.
That's church for today, ladies and gentlemen.
That's church.
That's church.
Well, I'm excited because we got a computer because the iPad. I'm so mad at that damn thing, but iPad just kind of went out on us, and right before we started calling, so really excited that we got a MacBook that we could use to do the calls. So Alma, I think you're all set up, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, dude, the battery's almost dead on this.
No way.
Daniel.
No, we're good, man. Yeah, let's get started, man. I'll go ahead and share the link for you guys to the live event. We have a live event coming up April 26th, 27th, and 28th. If you guys want to see Alma in person, do some live prospecting, and also hear some of the other coaches who will be going over all things real estate. If you guys are looking to step your game up, it's definitely worth checking out right here, downtown Salt Lake City, Marriott City Center, correct?
Yep.
Marriott City Center. So hopefully we see you guys there. Again, that's April 26th, 27th, and 28th. And yeah, I'm pumped about that.
I am too.
Yeah,
it's
really
always
excited.
a good time, man.
Yep.
So, I always feel like I gain so much more from it than, because and people say that, like, if you're sharing things that you've learned or you're sharing principles, you always gain more as the teacher than you do as the student.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm the student every time I go.
Yep.
Yep. But when I'm teaching, I learn more. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Well, let's get it started.
We're dialing. 3 lines are rolling right now.
There we go.
Hello. Oh, hold on.
Call you back as soon as I can.
Oh,
it was just on the first call, huh?
Hi, you've reached Janelle. Sorry, I can't get to my phone.
All right, you've reached Becky North.
Hello, you reached John Anderson. Please leave me a message.
Please leave your message for
Krista Nichols.
Dude,
Your
I
call has been
I have
forwarded
so
to
many
an automatic
stories.
voice message system.
So many stories. Just over the last couple of weeks of
I
stuff
bet.
that's happened. Even with like clients and friends and not even Hawaii related, but just so much happened. So much happened.
The Google subscriber you have called is not available.
Daniel, can you share the link like you said? Okay, thank you, bro.
I'm currently unable to take your call. Please leave your name.
Such an inviting voicemail message. Hello.
Hello?
Hey, hi. I was calling about.
I help you?
Yeah, you had a home for sale a little bit ago over in Salt Lake. Did you ever sell that?
No, I have not yet.
Okay, and you're selling that for sell by owner. Is that right?
I'm actually listing it with an agent coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, are you? Okay, cool. Well, my name's Alma. I'm with Century 21. I'm sure you've had a ton of agents calling you trying to list it, right?
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the purpose for my call, I just sold a couple other properties not far from you there. So I was just calling to get some info about this one. Is that okay?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about it. How many bedrooms does it have?
It's 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Oh, it is 2-bedroom. Okay. So 2-bedroom. You said 1 bath?
Yeah.
Is it a full bath, like tub, shower, all that?
It's a walk-in shower. I remodeled it about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Updated it from the old jetted tub tile surround it had.
Okay. What
Figure
year?
for that size house is probably going to be a bachelor or a young couple. So
Yeah, definitely. Without a doubt. What year is that property?
it was built in 1921.
1921. Okay, cool. And what are you asking for right now?
I had it listed with the Fsbo at 450, but when we list it next week, I'm actually going to raise it. I think to 459 or 464, something like that.
Okay.
Because I had a lot of interest and a lot of showings and a couple of offers that just weren't right for me. Mostly investor offers,
Yeah.
And then I've put in a little more into the property and doing a little more updating right now to maximize what I can get out of it.
Okay. What's the square footage?
I forget exactly. It's like just under 1,000, 984, something like that.
Okay, cool. Does it have a decent sized yard?
Yeah, it's got a fully fenced in front yard, set back from the street quite a bit, and then it's got a backyard that's not fenced in with alley access,
Oh, nice.
parking and stuff. It's got a really gorgeous. You can see go to move2slc.com. You can see all the photos.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
I built a little website to show it. So.
Okay. The number 2 or the word 2?
What's that? The word 2.
The word 2. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'll look
Yeah.
at that.
If you have any properties you need a website for, that's something I do.
Is that your website?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay.
I'm using it just for the property right now, but I'm going to be building it as a kind of directory site after I sell the property.
I think that's a great idea. That's a
The money in the
fantastic
business,
web name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use that sucker.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, serious. Or sell it.
Yeah, and I've got
you
a few friends that are agents and brokers and a couple mortgage officer friends. So I'm like, you know what? I can help this whole circle out.
Heck yeah. That's great. Good for you to get that one. Okay. And then what about the yard? Condition wise, how's the yard on the property?
It's been neglected over the winter, but that's one of the things I'm doing right now. I'm refreshing the park strip and putting some new mulch in. I've got a bunch of garden boxes in the front yard too, so those are all ready for planting veggies and stuff.
Oh, sweet.
And then I'm mulching the walkways and stuff around it. The lawn, the one half is lawn, the other half is there's a front patio. It's a good place for like outdoor living space and stuff.
Oh, nice.
So it's a really unique, cool yard. That's what sold me on it when I first drove up.
Yeah, it's a cool
I
area.
like the seclusion of being set back behind the street.
Are you living there or is it second house?
No, I'm living there. I've got a friend actually who needs a place for right now, so I'm letting them take care of it for a couple weeks while I do all the updates. I had to get all my furniture out to do the floors and paint and stuff.
Oh, nice. Cool. What'd you do to the floors?
It just had an unfinished hallway floor, so I just put in some LVT.
Oh, sweet.
Front room's hardwood, tile in the kitchen and bath, and then carpet in the bedroom.
Okay, sweet. That sounds like it's going to be really nice. Is it a brick house?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's got siding.
Siding.
With wood.
Wood, yeah, the wood siding. Okay. And what is your lot size there?
I'm not sure off the top of my head. That's not one I have memorized.
Okay. It's probably like 1.9 or 2.3.
It's a regular size lot, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's all,
I think it's on the Zillow listing. I think it has the lot size on there.
Oh, does it? Okay. I'll go back to that. I think that's where we got your info.
Zillow's weird. It's got 2 different listings for that address. I don't know what happened with the tax records before I bought it, but one says it's worth $513. One says it's worth $472. I'm like, well, I'm going to use the $513.
if I could have $1 for every time somebody said Zillow's weird, dude,
yeah, right.
But I love Zillow because they mess up so much that it makes me look good as an agent.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, no.
And that's it. I mean, I've been looking at the comps for what's sold, in that Liberty Wells, Sugar House area recently, and they've. I mean, from when I listed it, I don't know, 2 months ago, they've gone up, and all the ones in that neighborhood sold. Like most of them sold within a few days. There was a couple that were on the MLS for like 20, 30 days or so.
Right.
But I'm not expecting to do that. I'm hoping to get, a good offer within a week of listing it because I really need to get this thing sold.
Well, let me ask you this.
I tried to do it myself
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. Well, I tried doing it myself at first just to kind of test the market. But my agent who got me into the house, she's a lifelong friend of the family. So loyal to her. That's why you'd be surprised. I mean, you wouldn't be surprised, but I was surprised at how much sharks there are out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When I tell someone I'm loyal to my agent, and they're like, "Oh, but I can save you money." I'm like, "I just told you this is a family friend. I'm not gonna change agents." Like,
right.
I'm like, "Call me when you have a buyer. I'd love to show it. I'd love to introduce you to her and show it to your buyers."
Well, here's the unique
I
thing.
went to spring and macro. I just never took the test. So.
Oh, cool. So you went to school and everything. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting world. I mean, I'm primarily a listing agent, which means I focus on, marketing homes. I focus on the negotiations aspect. I focus on correctly pricing properties. Right. My wife, on the other hand, she's a buyer's agent. Right. And so she focuses on, the searching and search criteria and those types. And I'll be candid. I could not do her job. That is not for me. I'm not a good buyer's agent. I don't have the patience for it.
It seems kind of like a masculine, feminine energy to me from what I've seen,
Yeah.
Buyers agents seem to be more women. I think they're more patient than us.
Yeah.
And then some of us have like you said, the marketing aspect and tech, savviness to,
right.
research and get it listed and stuff. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. And I always tell her, she always looks at me and goes, "I could never do your job." And I always look at her and go, "I could never do your job." Like the buyer game versus the listing game, they're just so different. It's just such a different process. So I always tell people, I think, the loyalty and the agent loyalty, I think is awesome. And I think everybody should remain loyal. At the same time, you should always have the right fit for the job, like the right content, the right strategies, the right listing content, the right platform for the property to be shown on. Because I mean, here's a good example of that. There's this house I just closed on over in technically I think it's it was Riverton, and I met with this lady and she's like, I'm gonna list it with my friend. Right? Okay, that's great, whatever. And I told her, I said, "What are you gonna list it for?" She said $745, and I was like, $745. Mm-hmm. I'm like, in that area for your size of home, I said, you should be putting it at 900. And she's like, no. My friend, she helped us buy it. She's going to list it for 745. And I'm like, I can appreciate that. And she's like, she's my neighbor. I have to, I have to do it. And I said, but here's the thing. Is it worth you losing the money? She's going to list it at 745, sell it for 745 or 8. But what if there's another $100,000 on the table? If there is, would you list it with me to help that, to fix that, to make you more money? And she's like, oh, yeah, I would. So we listed it. Sure enough, we put it at
$9,000 or piss off your neighbor.
Right, exactly, precisely. And it's like, I always tell people, it still shouldn't piss off your neighbor. Your neighbor should be like, oh my gosh, I'm glad you didn't list with me because I would have lost you $100,000. Yeah. Like you would think that would be, humanity would outweigh the, whatever. But, I've had moments like that in my business where I'm like, dude, I'm so glad you did not take my advice. I'm so glad you did it the way you thought, because because the market is the market, and we just got to go with what happens. Go the best scenario for the seller. So, well, that's cool.
Yeah, and I was actually surprised. We did a walkthrough yesterday, and she told me she's like, as long as we listed just under 5, I think you might even start a bidding war. I'm like, under 5? I was thinking 450 was high. But I mean, this is a 100-year-old property that needs some improvements. And if I had, 20, 30 grand to drop into it and keep it as, a rental or something, I would totally do that. But I'm looking at, the 100 equity I got in there, building a business and needing that money to grow to the next stage. I'm like, you know what? I let this one go. My wife and I have another house, that we can sit on for a few more years. This one's like,
I'm curious,
especially because the size in that area, like, it's unique, but also while there's no inventory in the market, I'm in a good position. As soon as the market, corrects a little bit and there's a bunch of houses that I got to compete against, this one's not going to look very pretty.
Right.
But when there's nothing else in the neighborhood, people want in there.
Oh, you can leverage big time. Well, here's the thing, like
taking advantage of that.
I'm actually really surprised you're only at just under 5, because nothing, and I'm telling you, nothing that I've sold over there in the last 2 years has been under 500. So is there anything over there that you've seen that has sold below 500?
Oh yeah, there was a few over on Ramona. One that was about 1,100 square feet just sold for like 439. There's another one around 450 in the neighborhood. The thing is, a lot of the comps are all 1,500 square feet. Right. And this is the only one. I mean, there was a couple with 1,100, but they sold for less, and they weren't really improved either. So I'm looking at those and thinking, shoot, I hope I don't. I
just saw a 980 square foot
for 400 cash, and I was like,
yeah, I just saw a 980 sell for over 7. It was like 770 or something. Now, granted, it was nice. They did a lot of cool stuff to it, but
it was nice.
Yeah. But like that much of a difference, like, I don't know.
I know. And if I could, I mean, if I could sit on it for another year and sell it next year for 550, 600, I'd do it. But
it's the right time to sell. Yeah, it's the right time to sell. You're doing the right thing because based on what's happening in the marketplace, interest rates, et cetera, we just don't know what's going to happen. We don't have the security right now like we did.
Yeah, I mean, who can get a loan who wants a loan at 5% right now? I don't.
I just came. Yeah, I came from one. I bought a house, 5 years ago at 5% because it was just the best scenario with the other house that I currently owned, and it was just like, okay, I'll take it. Right. And I hung on. It was brutal. It was brutal. Yeah. Until I could refi it.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I get it. Hey, what was your name again?
Sorry. My name's Alma. Yeah. Well,
Alma.
Yeah. What's your name?
I want to make a note because my name's Max Bourne.
Max.
I wanted to mention, since you and your wife seem to have a pretty good team with what you're doing, and it sounds from just talking to you for a minute that you like to help people.
Yeah.
Especially your clients out. So I'm not going to give you a sales pitch or anything, but my day job, I work for a company here in Salt Lake called Student Loan Tutor, and we're helping our clients like save on their loan payment programs. Like right now, everyone's in forbearance, and it got kicked back until August 1st now. But all of our clients are mostly like high balance loan clients. Like we've got a lot of doctors, chiropractors, therapists, things like that.
Yeah.
People with like $300,000 in student loans. We get them. We train them on their best repayment options, and we're saving them like $100,000 over their life of their student loans from the interest and stuff. Yeah, seriously. If you just write down this website, it's studentloantutor.com, and there's a bunch of video testimonials of our clients. There's if you have clients, who are trying to better their financial health to get into a home, or more so for you as a listing agent, if you have clients that sell a house and think, oh, I got $300,000 in equity, I'm going to pay off my student loans and throw away $150,000.
Right.
Tell them no. Tell them call us, put that money into an interest-bearing account, build their financial future. So what I'm doing, I'm actually, I was a tutor for the company for a while, and now I'm actually building I don't have a title for it yet. I'm like strategic partnership director or something like that, where I partnered up with a bunch of financial planners and CPAs and mortgage brokers and real estate brokers and said, hey, if you send me clients who have big student loans and if they, can see the benefit from our service and they hire us, it's basically like them hiring a CPA to do their taxes.
Wow.
They hire us to do their student loans. If anyone that signs up, I send you $100 for those.
So how
leads.
does that, are there just like loopholes
it's not about
and
the money,
stuff?
it's about helping people. There's so many loopholes, dude. There's like, when they sign up for school and apply for the loans, there's like 8 different options to check a box on how you want to repay your loans. And they're all acronyms. So, when you start school and you first apply for those loans, you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Right.
And what they don't realize is there's, based on how you report your income and your household size, you can qualify for basically $0 payment.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is your $0 payments count as on-time payments with the Department of Ed. And after 25 years, they forgive half of the balance of your loan.
Holy crap.
So say if you had 300,000 loans, you qualify for a $0 payment, you kick that can down the road for 25 years, then suddenly you only owe 150. And so what we do is coach them on how to start a interest-bearing account, like a whole life savings or something, throw $300 or $400 a month into it every month instead of paying $1,200 a month for your student loans. And then in 25 years, you've got enough to pay off that 150. So it's just like, it betters your cash flow situation,
So you really are a tutor.
Like
you really are tutoring
doctors.
through the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. It's just like education,
Huh.
It's not like, I'm not selling them a service
package.
or
Yeah.
subscription or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah. And I've been a business marketing consultant and coach for years. And now that I got with these guys last year and I'm like, this is actually really cool because it helps people like get in a better situation in their whole life. And that feels good to me to like help people in that way,
Yeah. I feel like, the way you explain that, that's kind of how I feel like the real estate biz has been for me, I feel like,
yeah.
I just came across this other family and they're down in Saratoga Springs and they had a ton of land, 30 acres of land. And it's really the last good acreage in Saratoga Springs. And they hit me up and they're like, we have this land and, my sister's selling this land and I go over there and I try to help them. They're doing it like in portions, like portions of land. And the sister was selling hers first. Well, I came to them and I'm like, you're selling this property at $3 million. It's worth $7 million. What are you doing? And she's like, it's not worth $7 million. Nobody will buy it for $7 million. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, it is. It's worth $7 million. You need to sell it for $7 million. Don't listen to this other guy who's trying to buy it. He's an investor. And she's like, no, he's a builder. He wants to buy the land to build homes. I said, well, okay, that's great, but I really think he's going to flip it at this price. He's going to buy it, turn it, and make a profit on it. That's quicker for him than keeping it, holding it, and building it right now. And I said, plus he's buying it at a huge discount. And she wouldn't listen to me.
Right.
She sells the house to him thinking he's going to break ground on it in, 6 months or whatever. Sure enough, he hasn't broken ground.
Right.
He's flipping it. He's selling it to a major builder. And she just feels completely taken advantage of. So I get a call from the family and they're like, okay, we are listening to you. Like our sister got taken advantage of. Yeah. We're not going to go this route. We're going to go with you. And yeah, I feel the same way. Like once you find your calling where you feel like you're serving people and you can actually be, a good steward of your industry and you can really help people and see people's lives get better. And, my favorite thing is like that Riverton house that I just closed on last week is just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Put
that's a great success story. I hope that's on your website.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I don't do a lot. That's one thing I don't do very good about is market the cool. I probably should. That's probably a good idea. It's like, hey, they were going to do this and we did this and it made them extra $150,000 even after commissions, so. Well, anyways, and tell me, what was your first name again? It's Max, right? M-A-X?
It's Max, yeah.
Okay,
I'll send you, I'll text you my card.
Okay,
and,
yeah, do.
Yeah, I'm going to save your number because I've got some other properties in mind, later down the line.
Oh, for sure.
That we're probably going to end up being friends. So
yeah, let's do it. Well, let me ask you this. Did she do a market analysis on it for you?
Yeah, she's actually been doing one every 2 weeks to keep up on what's going on.
Okay,
so
she's
pulling another one this weekend.
Here's what I'd recommend. I'm going to do one for you. Because here's what's crazy. And you probably know this, just watching, you're a savvy guy, obviously. So I'm going to do a market analysis. I do a pre-analysis, meaning I look at the market for what it's going to be doing in the next month or two, because we can kind of see that already.
Right.
You know, we don't have the crystal ball,
Right.
but when trends get kind of set in place, you can watch the trends and you kind of know what's going to happen. Plus I have almost 20 years experience.
Right.
So I've seen every market since, since forever.
Yeah.
And any lot, any equitable market here in Utah. So, I'm going to do kind of a market analysis from my perspective on it. And I'm going to see where your value is at. Is there a time I can go look at it? Is the house open, available? I can go look at it.
It's not, cause I got a couple of people just staying there right now, babysitting it for me.
Okay.
But if you would just give me a call, we can, take a look at it sometime. Cause I'm going to be out of town this weekend, but we can set a time next week. Cause
here's the thing. I love the fact you have that other agent. I love the fact she helped you buy it. My concern is if there's any money sitting on the table, because if it does mean $50,000 or $100,000 just by going with me versus her, it's probably
that's a big difference.
It's a big difference. And so, if you're open to it, let me see, what's today, Thursday. I'll actually be right over by you tomorrow. Most of the day. I have another family I'm meeting with. Are you? We're
leaving town for the weekend tomorrow morning, early in the morning. So
let's see.
You have to be after Tuesday.
After Tuesday.
Look at my schedule.
What does your Wednesday look like?
See. Wednesday, I'm good before 2 and after 3.
What if we did 5?
Like 5
p.m.
Yeah, we could do that.
And then what I'll do between now and then, before I come out there, I'll just do some little bit of additional research. If I see online, no, she's right, totally go with her. I get that. If however, that there's a possibility, you'll know as well as I will, because what I'll do is I'll pull very, very specific information on the property, on the current market, on the houses in that area, and using the houses. Cause we sell 1 out of every 3 homes in the marketplace right now, just our company. And so we have a really good temperature on what the market is doing. And so I'll pull that data as well. And then if it does make sense, cool, let's meet on Wednesday at 5. And if it makes sense, you'll know as well as I will whether or not it'll make sense for us to list the property or not.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. So,
cool.
Okay, sweet.
Okay. That sounds good. I look forward to that. Let me give you my, you want my email address to send that email over?
Will you actually text it to me? Can you text
Or you want to just text it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just text you my card right now.
That'd be awesome. I appreciate it. And then I'll just plan on seeing you
All right.
at
Thanks,
5 on Tuesday. Look forward to meeting with you.
Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks, Max.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Talk to you then. Okay, bye.
Yep. See ya. Bye.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Hold on. It's so amusing for me. Hold on. This is what I got to say. And for you guys who are watching, isn't it so funny? Dude, you will take me on an emotional roller coaster. And I'm sure some of the people, and Daniel over there, the same thing, right? Because I'm like,
Daniel's squirming in
I'm like, there's no way. He just literally told Alma, I have a family friend. I'm loyal. I'm not going to go anywhere else. Pretty much from the get-go. And you, just like every other amazing caller that I've sat with and worked with when we made calls, it's like a skill that you obviously have to develop where you I don't want to say you just ignore the fact that they told you no way, but it's like it doesn't even go, it doesn't even like compute.
Right.
And dude, you go right through it as if they didn't just tell you there's no way I'm listing with you, and then you get a listing appointment. So talk me through and the audience through how you're able to do that. I mean, just building rapport. You guys went off in a whole nother area, but man, I mean, give you another round of applause, dude. That was amazing.
Thank you, sir.
That was amazing.
So the reason that went well is obviously the number one thing is rapport, right?
Yeah.
If you can build great rapport. So there's three points to making a successful call. And we teach this in our company and with our scripting. The first thing when you call somebody, you always have the wall. It's the wall. It's like they have a wall up. The first thing he said, I have a close. Notice how he kept saying, oh, we've known her for years. We're close, all that, right? So the first thing is there's always this wall that you have to break down. And the first thing that I do when I call is I always take away all the ammo that they have. Because if you can take away the ammo that they're fighting with, they're more likely to be your friend. If they're not shooting at you, they're going to be your friend. It's just like in war, right? If nobody has any guns or bullets anymore, we might just sit down for a beer. You know what I mean? And so so when you're looking at it from that perspective of what ammo do they have? Can I take that ammo away? So the first thing I did was I took away the ammo of, I'm doing it for Subway owner, or his ammo was, I have a family friend in the biz, right? So I say, oh, that's great. You should always have somebody you can trust. Okay. Where I started planting the doubt was when I said, just like in any business, there's people that specialize or something like that is what I said. And then I said, my wife is a crazy buyer's agent, great buyer's agent. I'm a great listing agent. I would never want to do her job. She would never want to do my job. They're totally different. And actually that is true. Most agents are great chameleons. They can be a great listing agent and a great buyer's agent. However, if you want to do tremendous amount of activity, like tremendous amount of business, you actually can't do both. You have to specialize. And here's why. Here's why I say that. You can't do both. You don't have enough time. You don't have enough time in the day to run buyers around all day, plus make your calls, plus list homes. You just don't. So if you can get a buyer's agent that handles that aspect of it, or the taxi cab aspect of being a buyer's agent, driving people around, then during that time you can you can do things that are actually profitable. Because if you're with one client, you're not being profitable. You're just maintaining that one client. You've already profited. You have a contract with them. You're going to profit off of them. So if you can, you're just duplicating yourself by grabbing a buyer's agent or a showing agent to do the showings. So anyways, getting back on track. How did I do that? It was the rapport thing. It was the rapport building thing of saying, yeah, I'd feel the same way. Yeah, that makes sense. I'd feel the same way if I were you. Oh, you're doing the right thing. I told them all that. You're doing the right thing by listing it. You're doing the right thing by working with an agent that you love. So it wasn't like, hey, well, actually, if, I can't even say it wrong. I've done it right for so many years. Instead of saying, well, I just sold this other lady's house and made her $200,000 more. You should meet with me, right? Yeah. That would be very confrontational. Instead, I gave a story. I call it a soundbite sell. And so to answer your question, it's about building rapport. The soundbite sell built rapport based on the house. The soundbite sell was, yeah, you know what? That reminds me of, we just sold this house over in Riverton. Totally true story. She wanted to sell it for 770 or 7, what was it? 85, 745. I think it was 740. It was 745. And I look at this house. I'm like, dude, this house is worth every bit of 900. And I told her, don't list with this other lady that you were going to list with. Let's list your home correctly for 900 and put the money in your pocket. She's like, show me. I'm like, great. And her husband's like, show me, and he's playing hardball with me. And he's like, Alma, if you could sell this house for 900, he's like, I'll sign right now. I'm like, sweet, let's go. And I'm looking at this and it's obviously a $900,000 home in the market. Obviously we sold it in less than a week for 900.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was because I told him the truth. Look, when you're doing comps on a house, you're looking at the past history of a home. Everybody goes, yeah, but that's what appraisers do. Right. They do. You're right. But you're actually creating the history too as an agent. So if you can put a home on market, somebody will pay, because that house I sold in 900 comped for 850, max 850. But I knew that the market was growing. I knew that somebody would pay 50 grand more than what the market's saying. And we could guess what that does? It creates another comp. Yeah. In the marketplace. So the next house that sells can sell for 900 now in that neighborhood. They love us, right? Oh, this thing I need you to touch this, Daniel, when you get a sec.
Daniel, walk over here and put the code in, please, on his computer.
And so building rapport, I was just talking about the house. I was talking about his business. Notice how he just went right into telling me about his businesses, telling me about his websites, like all that cool stuff. I mean, it was rapport after rapport after rapport. Yeah. And then I had to bring it back away from his websites to back into real estate. So then I talked about the Saratoga Springs property.
Yeah, I liked how you kind of brought him back around because he kind of went off on his own business sales pitch with you.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
It means he
awesome.
has tons of rapport.
Yeah, and time.
And trust.
Yeah.
Like he trusts me like crazy now.
Yeah.
And now he's looking at me like, this guy could make something happen for us.
Well, he literally told you, well, I got some houses in the future in mind. I mean, right there, I think you won him over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, again, round of applause for that one. Such an amazing learning moment for myself and everybody else who's watching right now. Just because, dude, that again, I mean, you can't make this shit up. You can't script this. Yeah, and I'm being raw and real because, dude, that was again, and I always go back to this. How many times? What's the conversion ratio for Alma when he gets him on the phone? That was the first caller who answered.
Right.
And he hit you with the hardest one, which is, I'm not listing with anybody. My friend at the family, she's working. She's doing comps every 2 weeks.
Right.
And I love how you said, oh, that's awesome. Based on the current market, that's what she's doing. But when you talk about based on what's going to happen in a month from now,
right.
In the future, and you have the data to show what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That was a huge value add that I know he understood.
Right.
And that he picked up.
Yeah.
So, dude, amazing, great call. Hey, you know what? Let's spin the wheel.
Oh,
should we spin the wheel? Let's spin the wheel.
We're 1 for 1, man.
Who
Let's do it.
out there is live and who is watching? Who would like to spin the wheel? Let's see. Wednesday at 5:00. We got some people commenting on here. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Awesome. Yes. All right. So if anybody's out there watching right now and wants to spin the wheel, get an awesome chance to. What do we got in the wheel? We got.
She said Wednesday at 5. Is that what time? Was that what day we set it for? I said Tuesday. I think that's what she's telling us.
Yeah,
it's Wednesday.
so.
You're right. Thank you.
I believe so.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Keeping us in line, Carla.
There we go.
Thank you. That's
All
right.
right.
It was Wednesday.
I
put down Tuesday.
You know what we got on here? We got a journal. Awesome journal, Elevate journal, Everest
We're gonna
journal.
let's have Carla spin, man, because she just saved me from putting the appointment on the wrong date on my piece of paper here.
There we go. Carla, are you watching right now? Let's see if she's watching. I just sent her a message. If she's watching, or anybody else that wants to spin, I actually have somebody who requested to spin. Let me go ahead and let's go ahead and give him a call. Alma, you want to call this number? Oh,
sure.
Wait, Carla's there too. You know what? Let's give Richard a call after this too, because he wants to spin, and Carla, she wants to spin. Look at that.
Daniel,
Kelly's there too. Oh, Kelly. Oh,
look,
there we go.
Kelly's here too.
We got two guys looking to spin. Oh, John. Yo, what's up, John? I think John won one of the last ones, didn't he?
I don't know. Let's let Carly go though. I don't think she's Carly. Let's go.
Okay, Carla.
Hey,
Daniel, you want to go ahead and get it set up? Let's get this. Let's get some prizes sent out right now. Dude, great call. Emotional roller coaster, right? Oh, it's an emotional roller coaster. Yes.
It just felt so natural to me.
I swear you guys are on the spectrum, man. You guys do
I
not,
swear I am, dude.
You guys just don't like those emotions do not like compute with this guy. It's amazing. Okay, before you spin, let me get the theme song going, and then we'll give you a chance. So right now we're spinning for Carla. Carla, if you're watching, let's go ahead and give you a spin in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Daniel, spin away. Dude, nice spin, Daniel. Yeah.
That went forever.
Yeah, that was a good spin. Oh, still going. We got a lunch with George. Ooh.
Whoa.
No, wrong one.
Wait, so where does Carla live? Where's Carla?
Carla,
Nice.
are you here in Salt Lake?
So just so you guys know, George is the kind of CEO of the Everest Coaching. Anyways, you get to go to lunch with him, so which is cool. And usually we do that during our events. So if you're local, she's in Lehigh. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's do that. You know what, Carla? I really want to give you a ticket, so let's go ahead and give her another chance. Daniel, stay up there. We got about 4 people on here. We want
to try to get you a free.
Yeah, we want to get
ticket.
We want to get some butts in the seats over there. So let's give Carla another chance. And Daniel, do your best to make it land on Everest. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Look at that spin. You been working out? What's going on?
Bro's been working. He's always working out, bro. Sorry, ladies. He's married. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Yeah.
There we go. Carla, you got yourself an Elevate ticket. Thank you, Daniel. Daniel, is that wheel magic? What's going on there?
That thing is magic.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, perfect. We will go ahead and have, you know what, Judy, I think she's calling right now, but if not, we'll go ahead and have somebody reach out and get you that Elevate ticket. Thank you so much for playing, Carla. You know, let's do another one.
So at the event, Carla, you'll be going to lunch with George. There's a very small group of people that get to go to lunch with George. And it's a great time to network. It's a phenomenal time just to sit down with some people that have really just balled out in real estate and done an amazing job. So you're welcome.
Perfect. Daniel, let's go ahead and get, let's switch that camera back on the wheel, and let's go ahead and get a couple more of these out here. Kelly, I know you've been watching. I know you actually looks like a long-time fan of the show because we've been watching it for a few weeks now. I think he's been on almost every time.
Yeah, he's always on, man.
Kelly, let's go ahead and get you something too. Let's go ahead and spin for Kelly. 3, 2, 1.
He's all ticket. There you go, brother.
There we go. Ticket right there for Kelly. And then wait, do we have another one? I think we got Richard over here. Richard was the one who was bugging. And all week he's been calling me, right, Richard? No, I'm just kidding. But he's a good friend of mine. He's been asking and actually been watching the show for a while now. And he has been asking about learning and watching live with you, which is amazing.
Sweet.
And I know he's a really big top producing agent out there. So shout out to Richard. And let's go ahead and give Richard a try too.
Mr. Ortiz.
Yeah, let's just get him a ticket out there. Richard from Ran Life Realty. Here we go. Oh, that is too funny.
It's not very convincing when you can literally see your finger on the screen. All right, like,
yeah, you got to sit under.
And it goes
under
backwards. It goes backwards. It's all
oh man, I hope Elevate Everest Coaching don't hate me for this, but these tickets have tremendous value too. By the way,
they do, man. They're tremendous.
Tremendous value. So awesome. Thank you so much, Richard, for playing. And again, we'll have Judy reach out to all you guys to get you guys set up. And then Daniel, are you making a note of that? Who wins what? Beautiful. Okay, see you going back and forth. And then let's see. Looks like
we're really excited to see you guys at Elevate. Like, honestly, the Elevate events it's like that thing you do every quarter in your business that just keeps you in line. It keeps you on track for your goals. You know, I always tell people, like, you need to do something at least quarterly. An event, a learning, whatever that your company throws on, a conference. You should, Tony Robbins, something like that, every single quarter to keep your brain on track, because our brains just screw with us all the time. They F with us all the time. And so it's important to keep your brains in a place where you can be productive and you can just overcome all the other just noise that you have going on in your life right now, so that you can still be productive and happy and strong and joyful and ultimately serve your clients the best way possible.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And stay relevant too. You always want to stay on top of mind, and then give back. You're right about that. You know what? Daniel, let's go ahead and, can you reply to all these guys individually, on the chat, just so we, have that logged, and also get the comment section kind of going, which is good for us, good for analytics. You know what? I know that John, I know you're still here watching. John Trujillo, I want to get you on the next one, the next spin. So let's get Alma on a couple more calls. And also I see a new viewer right here, Leonore Sierra. So nice. Leonore, hello. Thank you for watching. And we're going to give you guys a shot on the next spin. Let's get Alma back to the calls for a minute.
Yeah, and I only got about 15 more minutes.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get you guys on the next call. So continue. Alma.
I'm playing Mr. Mom today.
No,
I have my daughter all day today.
Yeah, you got your beautiful kids here in the office today. So, okay, here we go. Let's get back to the calls in 3, 2, 1.
Boom. We are rocking. We're calling, baby. Let's go 2 for 2.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, this is Clint. Leave me a message and I'll call you right back. Thanks. maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail.
Hello?
Hello, hi. Hey, I was calling about.
Hello?
You had a property for sale a little bit ago here on Main Street in PG. Did you ever end up selling that? No. Either he didn't hear us or he just hung up because he didn't like me. So I just kick him as a no answer. I don't know if he heard me or not. Let me tell a story real quick.
Okay.
You ready?
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
This is about taking responsibility for your actions. Okay. Talked to a friend who's been a longtime friend of mine. We're probably like 15 years. Okay. Long time friend. And bless your soul if you're watching. She watches these on occasion. But and I'm not going to say any names, but it's a lesson of life. Okay. You have to take responsibility for your actions, good and bad. If you have stuff going on in your life that sucks, that's a result of something you did in your past, it's your fault. Even if people are doing things to you that you don't like. Okay. This particular scenario, she's having a hard time with her ex-husband. We all have, right? We've all had exes. I have an ex-wife of mine. And one thing that I realized is that I have to take responsibility that if she's treating me like crap or she's doing stupid stuff, it's my fault. It's my fault that I brought her into my life. It's my fault that I married her. It's my fault that I had a kid with her, which I love that I had my child with her. That was the most incredible blessing I had with that relationship. But it's also my fault if she's treating me like crap because I let her into my life. And regardless if I did it yesterday or I did it 11 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever it was when I met her, it is still my fault. And so I married her knowing who she was. Everybody goes, no, they changed. No. It may have been my first rodeo, but I knew who she was when I married her. She didn't change. That was the problem. She didn't get better. She didn't get nicer. She got meaner. She got tougher. She treated me worse, right? So I'm talking to this friend. She's having the same experience. He's terrible. He's ruining my life. Things are blah, 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 blah. He's victim. Literally, she says, I am the victim. He has victimized me. Now, I get that, but it's your fault. It is your fault. It is your fault because you chose to marry him. Nobody else chose this for you. So everything that comes as a result of that relationship, good or bad, is your fault. You have to take responsibility for it. Now, if he goes and punches you in the face, right, he has liability for that too. If he does terrible things in your relationship, he has liability for that too. But you have to take responsibility and realize, you know what, man, it's my fault that I brought this person into my life. It's my fault. So now I've got to step up and step through that and become a better person rather than moaning and complaining and crying over the fact that I can't get out of this. And it's the same thing in your business, guys. It's the same thing. If you're not making calls, it's your fault. Nobody's going to step in and do this shit for you. Yep. Nobody's going to step up and make your dreams happen for you. Nobody's going to change your scenario but you. Nobody can make it better than you can. Nobody can. Oh, I hope something happens for me. I hope I get a break. Go make a break. Go create a break in your life. You've got to come out of it. It's your choice to do it. If you're feeling shitty, stop feeling shit. Now, people are like, I've had depression and anxiety in my life. Okay, I know that. It's hereditary in my life. It's like, it runs in my family. I've had those experiences. But my desire to get out of it was strong. And so I used as much strength as I could to move towards the positive. So all you have to, every day, it's getting up, it's moving towards the positive and just doing a little bit better every day, moving towards a different goal. Sometimes you feel paralyzed. I get that. We have those days. Staying paralyzed is the problem.
Yeah, that's the choice right there.
It's the choice. I choose not to stay paralyzed. I choose to step in the right direction. Nobody gets to control you. And as much as she's allowing this guy to control her life, it makes me sad. because she's such a dynamic human being. But I just said, hey, how are you doing? It's been a while. Hope you're doing great. Oh, this is still happening. He's still controlling my life. He's still ruining my world. I'm like, why are you letting that happen? So then I start giving her all of these things, like what to do to get out of it. And then she's like, oh, stop mansplaining everything to me. And then she thinks that I'm victimizing her now by telling her what to do to get out. Look, I've been there before. No, you're a man. You don't understand. She literally says, it must be nice being a man. Really? Really? Dude, that's such a terrible thing to say. It's such a terrible thing to say because this stuff does not come from male versus female. There's abuse on both sides all the time. And so, but the only way to get out of it is to make a choice and move towards your ultimate result that you want to have happen. It's the only way. He doesn't control you. You control you. He doesn't live in your home anymore. He's not under your roof. He doesn't pay your bills anymore. And if he does, you better start making money so that you can pay your own bills. I mean, this is somebody, she used to be a top producer, man. This is somebody who's made a ton of money in real estate. She knows how to do it. I get the heartbreak. Oh my gosh, I get the heartbreak. But it's your fault.
Yep.
If you don't step out of it, it's your fault. Stop pretending like it's somebody else's fault. You've got to take responsibility, even for your actions that happened 10, 15, 20 years ago. If shit hits your fan today based on things you did 20 years ago, it's still your fault because you did it.
Yep.
Is that anyways, I had to share that.
we got some coaching right here from Alma.
Some coaching. I had to share that. And I've coached with people on this stuff. I just, anyways, you guys know, you know what I'm saying, but it's your fault. Ultimately, you got to take responsibility.
Accountability aspect is, I mean, number one, in your business, especially if you want to move forward and obviously get to the next level,
right?
Accountability is number one.
Yeah.
And you can obviously make a ton of, people or things, you can make them you can give them the power over you.
Yeah. You can give them the power.
Make yourself the victim, but
you can either be the victim or the victor.
Yep.
You have the choice. You can either be victorious or you can be the victim. It's your choice.
Yep.
You get to choose.
I'm sure we have a lot of people watching right now who are going through issues, situations, stuff like that. And that's why I really think it's important to have a coach in your life.
Totally.
Myself, I have a coach. I've been seeing her for about 8 years now, going on 9, which is amazing. And she's pulled me out of the worst positions and places. And just like George says in the company where, if you're having issues at home or issues with yourself, it's going to show up in your business. It's going to show up every other aspect of your life. And so it's really, really important to kind of see that. And first thing is taking accountability,
right?
And for this too, taking accountability for your business and making calls. There's so many people that I know who wish they could have went to the Hawaii trip, with the company and because of their business and because, get those rewards for their production, but they just refuse to pick up the damn phone and make the call.
Yeah.
Super, super important to do that. So awesome.
Kelly said something right there.
We got to get some hallelujah buttons on.
Hallelujah.
Here. Hallelujah.
Kelly said you create your own life. Everything is a consequence or award of all of your past decisions and thoughts. Your focus.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. I like it. Shout out Kelly. And let's get some more calls in here. I want to get 2 for 2 on this one.
All right, let's go.
Let's see.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything.
801-803.
Hey, this is Paul. Leave me a voicemail and I'll call you back.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
I got some secrets. I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pro.
Hi, thanks for calling. I'm not able to take your call right.
I've had so much. Hello?
Please leave your message
I've had so much
for
pain over some of this stuff.
80134.
It's not till you actually just do what you're supposed to do and move in the right direction.
Ryan Corbin.
That you can see like the freedom,
Yeah.
Tom.
I was calling about you had a home for sale a little bit ago here in Murray.
I did, but I sold that a couple months ago.
Okay, just checking. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready.
Please leave your message for...
Let's go. Come on, people. Dude, I look way buffer in this shirt than I really am. My man boobs. My dad bod really shows through.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Dude, I'm going to get rid of the dad bod this year, by the way.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
I'm gonna get strong this year.
Let's jump on some testosterone.
I've been inspired by the Polynesian Cultural Center dancers. These guys are ripped. I'm pretty sure I'd get more action if I looked like that for my wife.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Right? I'm like,
Hi, you have reached Angie Greenberg with Facebook.
Better than dad bod.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Some ladies like this. Some guys rock the dad bod. You know what I'm saying?
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like
those guys are so ripped, though, dude. I was like blown away. I mean, they dance every day, you know. But
Connected.
Hello. Oh, it's calling through.
Google Voice.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Daniel, can you keep us in the loop with any of the chat? I had to refresh my screen. You know, all the messages.
Hello.
Hi, this is Dave. Please text me and leave your name at 801.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse.
I gotta leave in like 2 minutes, so we gotta go.
To turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Hey, I was calling about you had a home for sale a little bit ago on 2000 East here in Salt Lake. Did you ever end up selling that?
Yeah, we sold that in October.
Oh, okay. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
You know what? I know you got to go and your daughter's here, so I don't want to push you. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel one last time. We're gonna cut it short today. Dude, you had an amazing call.
Thank you.
Which is awesome.
That was good.
That was amazing. Yeah, I still like, geez, that dude was totally like, no way. And then you got an appointment.
But here's the thing. Okay,
pretty crazy.
Just and one other thought I had today. You like my thought? You digging my thoughts?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I'm digging your thoughts.
Here's the thing. Look, you guys. You don't have to look. We've only had like roughly 54 minutes of calling and set one appointment. Yeah. My point to that is.
Well, we did a lot of talking.
Actually,
too.
we did a lot of talking.
Yeah,
We've only had literally like 20 minutes of calling. Anyways, the point is you don't have to do this all day every day, right? You come in, you do your calls, and you leave. You perform and you leave. I always tell people your booth or your calling booth is your performance chamber. You come in and you leave. You do your calls, you set your appointments, and you leave. That's just part of your daily routine. That's kind of what I've created in my business. Is I just come, I don't spend all day thinking about it. I don't spend all day not doing it. I come in, I perform, I make my calls, and then I leave, and I'll set 1 to 2 appointments in every hour that I'm on the phone. The reason that's an important concept is that you're not a slave to this phone. You're not a slave to this process. You're creating the easiest, most inexpensive way of creating business for real estate.
Oh, yeah.
Is cold calling. That's why everybody tries to avoid it, though, because everybody's afraid of it. Or I should say that backwards. Everybody tries to avoid it because they're afraid of it.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's actually a pretty simple concept. You get on the phone, you talk to some people, you ask them a few key questions, some great scripts that we have, and then you close them. And then you have an appointment set to go meet with them on Wednesday. Thank you, Carly, at 5:00. And now I have business this week. Now I have money. If you stop, you don't have that. If you start, you do. So today, let's assume that I have, because literally I think I only have one listing in my inventory currently because everything else has sold. Look, guys, that's a great problem to have. You have one or two. I think I have 2 listings. You have 1 or 2 listings because everything else is sold. What that means is that when you start calling and setting appointments and attending these appointments and listing these homes, then you'll get another one, and then another one, and then another one. And then they will all sell and go back out the door. And that is money coming into your pocket. You can become a machine of income.
Yeah.
And it's the cheapest amount of money. It's the best way, in my opinion, to make money is cold calling. It's super simple. Everybody tries to, I see all these things online of like people trying to avoid cold calling. Like, don't make another cold call in your life.
Oh yeah. I see those all the time too.
Guys, it's simple and easy. Just do it the right way. If you got to do it the right way, but it's simple and easy.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
So, anyways, that was my thought.
But you know what? And it all comes back to, number one, people want to have confidence before they start doing something like that.
For sure.
The best way to do that is to get the skill set, get some training down,
get some coaching,
get some coaching.
Watch our lives.
Watch the lives. That's exactly why we're doing this. It doesn't cost any money to watch the lives, guys, and you get so much value out of this. And also, I mean, just the amount of money you can earn from learning these skills and concepts from you, Alma, which is again why I'm preaching and asking you guys to come to the event April 26th, 27th, and 28th. Alma does live calling in front of 200, 300 plus people right in the front of the room, and it's live, guys.
It's a freaking blast, man.
And it's awesome.
And I use your cell phones to call them on.
Yeah, he will close people and get appointments set right there in front of so many people. And if you guys think it's nervous calling, you're nervous calling in your office alone, try doing it in front of 200 and 300 people. I mean, dude, it's amazing. It's an amazing skill. So if Alma can do it, I mean, you guys can do it. Come to the event April 26th, 27th, and 28th. After we spin the wheel, we will leave off with the promo for the event and then put the link in there. I think, Daniel, you threw the link in there. Throw the link in there again one more time, please, Daniel, for the event, and let's get some people signed up. Also, let's give away some more prizes. You down?
Heck yeah, dude.
Daniel, who do we got who's ready to spin? I know that we have, we got Trey on here. Trey, what's up, bro? 2 weeks ago, Trey Silver, shout out. Glenna, hey, so good to have you back. Leonora, let's get you set up and get the wheel spinning for you. But Daniel, can you go ahead and give me the names of the people we're going to spin? I think John from YouTube is watching. Shout out to John.
Sweet.
And
hey, thanks, Trey. Thanks for jumping on and watching, man. That's great, dude.
Awesome. So who do we have here? Bring the list over, Daniel. You get a second.
Dude, your cough almost sounded like boom, boom. Did you hear that? Yeah, you did. You just went.
There we go.
You just went.
Yeah, I'm half sound effect bored. Okay, all right. Richard got an Elevate ticket. Kelly got an Elevate ticket. Carly got an Elevate ticket. Leonora, let's go ahead and get you an Elevate ticket. Daniel, you ready to get set up? Okay, let me move the sound effects over to our theme song, and let's do this right. Here we go.
She's
3,
ready.
2, 1,
She's ready.
Spin away. Don't touch it. Let's see if it actually lands on it. Yo, almost. Journal. Leonore, we got you a journal, but we want you at the event. So let's go ahead and spin it one more time. Let's get her the Elevate ticket.
Oh, Judy doesn't watch this one, bro. She'll be like, you guys handed so many tickets away. Yes, we did. That's how we roll. Did it go? What?
What is going on?
Without his finger. What?
Daniel, you got to get better at slowing it down and stopping on the thing.
That was graceless, my friend.
Oh, that was so funny. You know, let's get who else out here wants to give it a shot? I know.
Look at that face, dude.
We're extremely generous today. Leonore, thanks for playing. We look forward to seeing and meeting you at the event, April 26, 27, 28, Elevate. Again, guys, it's downtown Salt Lake City. If you guys are located here in Utah or outside the state, it's definitely worth coming down and checking out. So again, these tickets hold a tremendous amount of value. So really, really want you guys to be there. Trey, let's give Trey a shot. And John, you know, I think John won a ticket last time, but he's watching again. Let's give him a prize. So John, Trujillo, and Trey Silver. Let's go ahead and spin for them. So this one's for Trey. Trey, let's get you going. 3, 2, 1. Spin away, Daniel.
He's trying to be so sly, bro.
You are such a liar. So this one is for John. John, I think John got a ticket last time, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah. John got a ticket last time. Let's go ahead and send John a journal. So John, we'll go ahead and put that down. John Trujillo.
I don't trust anything Daniel does behind that wheel, my friends.
John Trujillo.
He's back there like loosening and tightening the wing nut on the back. Yeah.
John Trujillo gets a journal and Leonore gets a ticket. And then let's go ahead and spin for Trey. Trey, 3, 2, 1, spin away, Daniel.
Let's go, Trey.
Oh my God. Oh man, we are gonna get in so much trouble. Okay, well Trey Silver, there you go, man. We got you a ticket to Elevate event. Again, that's 26th, 27th, and 28th this month, right here in downtown Salt Lake City at the Marriott City Center. That's an amazing place too, by the way. It's extremely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, when I'm in there, I'm like, dude, this is like a
dude. It's downtown. It's right by. Oh, dude, it's only 2 blocks from Rock Taco. Have you eaten at Rock Taco?
I've never been there.
Dude, we're going.
Oh, let's go.
You and I are going
let's go.
Dude, Rock Taco is so good. It's 2 blocks away from this venue. And they have these just the most incredible gourmet tacos you've ever tasted. They're like $10 a pop, but they're so
you're paying.
good, dude. I'm paying. Let's see if I can find. I'll slip George's pocket for the company card.
Oh, there we go.
It is so freaking good. It is so good.
Maybe we should do lunch down there with George and everybody.
We should.
Yeah, that's probably what we'll do.
It'd be
Well,
a
again, guys, 3-day event. Daniel will put the promo on here in a second. Thank you guys for playing and watching, and shout out to all you guys. And hope you guys learned something. And dude, shout out again to Alma. Oh, that's a new sound effect. Look at that.
Children.
Maybe that's not a good one. Let's move on. Shout out again to Alma. Dude, great job today.
Thank you, brother.
Amazing call.
Appreciate
really.
it.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
And I'll have Daniel go ahead and update the board with some hallelujah sound effects for when you go on your rants about life and everything. We love it. We enjoy it.
Rants, dude. I do get it. Yeah, I get on it. Yeah.
But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Alma's got to go. Daniel, throw the event promo on now, please.
See you guys next time.
Yep. Adios. Are we good?
That was fun.